Hello, I am Nancy Thompson with Create with Nancy, and I'm an independent demonstrator here in Skaneateles, New York, and I love sharing creative ideas with you and inspiring you to be creative as well and sharing with others. So I'm coming to you live today with a special card kit with our Dainty Flowers Saleabration designer paper. It's only available for like another month with a $50 purchase in my online store, and I wanted to show you how you can cut a couple of the designs apart to effectively use your paper, as well as some cards. 6 cards today to share with you that I'm offering for free with your $50 order in my online store during the month of February. So if you happen to catch me live, feel free to leave me a note in the comments to let me know you're here and where you're from. This is kind of like a new addition that I'm doing. I'm not sure if I'm going to stick with Thursdays, but I'm going to try to start doing some extra YouTube lives only, and versus just usually I'm on Facebook and YouTube every Wednesday at 3 p.m. sharing some new creative idea for you. So hi Ann, and welcome. Okay, let's get started because I want to share what we did yesterday. Yesterday was Wednesday. It was my normal weekly live, and I focused on this 3-panel card sketch and created some cards using this Dainty Flowers designer paper. That is a Saleabration choice, which you can find, if you don't have one, you can find it on my website at createwithnancy.com, which I don't know if I have my website up here, but here we go. Maybe this is it. Let's click on that. Well, it just says create. If you just do createwithnancy.com, it should find it. And in the Saleabration catalog, you can find a digital copy there. And if you're not working with a demonstrator, you can also request a catalog from me. So here's the Dainty Flowers designer paper in this year's Saleabration catalog. And it's a 12 by 12, and there's 12 sheets with 6 designs, 2 of each of the 6 designs, and it's front and back. So it's great to mix and match, and plus the catalog gives you some really good ideas to get started with. Okay, so what else? And because it's Saleabration, just yesterday they announced a few more Saleabration choices as well. So there's some designer paper, some mask, embossing folders, punches, even a stamp set and die. This is at the $100 level. And you can find this flyer on my website as well at createwithnancy.com. Okay, so let's see. So here's a little bit big, a little bit better, so you can see the designer paper a little bit. Usually there's some type of print on the front, and then some type of design or geometric type design on the back side to kind of coordinate and bring a little bit more texture to your designs. Okay, so let's see, what are we getting? So these were the cards that I showed yesterday, the 3-panel cards. So it's 3 strips that kind of create a panel, and I showed how to cut your paper so your paper is in sequence. And here's this one with the starry sky background, and then this one, the background, we use that nice stitched greenery. I had to think what it was dye for it, and you can see that as well on yesterday's live. Okay, and it will be up on my blog probably next week. I haven't blogged about this yet. Last week's went up yesterday. Okay, so those were yesterday's ideas. So let's look at, there is a coordinating stamp set and die set that you can purchase. These are in our mini catalog. Unfortunately, the dies are unorderable right now, and they will be back late March, be back in stock, and you can order them then, or you can just get, if you're anxious, you can get the stamp set now, but when you wait and get them both together, you can save 10% and get the bundle pricing. Okay, so there's the dies and stamps. So I want to show you there's two designs in this package. We've got this one, and you probably wonder, how do I cut this apart? And here's a cool design on the background. It's just kind of like really, not really tie-dye, but just watercolor looking. And then we have this one too as well. So you can get 6 cards out of this one or more, depending on how you do, but I cut it so I can get 6, and then you can easily get 6. And then if you work on this, I haven't played with these two designs yet, but you could maybe get 8 cards out of this one. Okay, so let's figure out how to cut this. I'm going to bring in my paper trimmer, and this you can find in the annual catalog. So I'm going to cut it at 6 inches to begin with, okay, because I don't want let's see, if I cut it, because I need a 5-inch height. It's just going to cut really close to the white. So I'm going to just cut this in half, okay? So I've got 2. And then what I'm going to do is, because I want a 5-inch width, I might just cut just another 1/2 inch off so I can get 5.5, okay? And then I'm going to cut a 1/2 inch off this way because I want 5 inches height. And we can get rid of some of this. Now this, you could still have fun with this and use it for something. So I always save my scraps, and then I'm going to cut it into 3 3/4 inch panels is what I'm going to do. So we're just going to cut. All right. And if you really want to be strategic, you could kind of mix and match and figure out, you know, you could cut in between. But I'm okay with how these designs are coming out, okay? Because even that left behind is still okay. You might be able to use it on an edge or something, or there's also the reverse, okay? So I would do the same thing on the other side, just cut it apart the same way. So you can easily get 6 out of that design there, okay? Now this one, I gotta think again how I did this. So this one, I definitely cut it at 5 inches, okay? So I'm gonna cut this right here so you can see it cuts it just perfectly, I think, the height that you need. And I would do the same on this side as well. This is kind of like my favorite size to work with designer paper both ways. So easily you could kind of create some type of strip, you know, maybe put it on some embossed paper, or it could be matted also with other designer paper as well. So just lots of different ways, but I need to play with that some more. And then we're going to just cut these apart. So I need 3 3/4 inches wide, okay? So I line this up here, and I'm going to put this down, and I think this will be okay, all right? So yeah, that looks, I mean, there's a little bit more on this side, but it's still, I'm still happy with it, okay? Now as we move down, you can see there's a ton of extra space here. So what I think I'm going to do is just cut these 2 in the middle right here first. Make sure that I'm past 4 inches really, okay? And then sometimes you just play around with it until you get the size you want. Okay, that's still a little too much. So I think I'm going to I might just kind of keep shaving it apart, you know, taking a little bit here, a little bit there, until I'm happy with, let me think here. I might just go back just 1/8 of an inch and take another 1/8 off, okay? There we go. I think I'm happy with that. So see, I just kept taking little slivers off just so I can try to get it within the center. Now you could probably take a ruler and kind of like measure it out a little bit, but I'm okay with it not being totally perfect. So that's what I would do, is keep going on. Let's finish this one, because you can kind of tell in between the guide. I think I'm going to just go this way just a little bit, and then come back and do this other side. So did I totally confuse you? Hi Donna, welcome. All right, so hopefully I didn't confuse you. You might need to go back and watch this replay again just to learn how to cut this one piece of designer paper. Okay, so we've got 3 pieces here that are so ready to get matted, okay? So let's set the cut trimmer aside, and we're going to start with the easy one. I'm going to call it the easy one. So I've already cut some mat. So remember, this was 3 3/4 by 5 inches. So I'm going to need a mat that's 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. Okay. Let me see here. And so we're going to simply do that. Let's get some adhesive out here, and let's do this. And we're going to just, this is Mossy Meadow. I chose a color that's in the, did I not, maybe I didn't cut that all the way. Uh-oh. I'm going to have to just kind of set this aside, everybody. Okay, I made a mistake there. So let's grab one of these that I cut here. I thought it looked a little long. Okay, this one's the perfect size, but we do have glue all over this. So let's just try to get rid of that. Get rid of the glue off my fingertips. So this is live TV, right? Live streaming here. So you can see I like to make mistakes too. Okay, so I think this is gonna work. The width is right. All right, perfect. We got this one cut right. All right, so there's our mat, right? And I'm pulling in, this is some retired card bases. They're silver, and I just thought, because I've been starting to look at things that I have on my stash, so you can kind of start thinking of using things and pairing some new stuff with what's in your stash, okay? So this is the reasoning behind this, because I have quite a few of these card bases, and it has this beautiful silver ribbon or trim around it, and I thought this would be perfect just to add a with this layout. So let me grab my bone folder here and give it a crease here. Hi, Pat and Carol, welcome. All right, so, and I just thought this was just like perfect to just add a little bit of sparkle to this card base. It's not just gorgeous, it's just a simple design, but adds a little bit of elegance to it. Okay, we're gonna set that aside for the moment, and we're going to offset this with just a strip of cardstock, okay? Let me make sure I did this right. Yep. All right, so this is just a 3/4 inch, I believe. So, yep, a 3/4 inch strip here by 3 3/4. Okay, we're going just the width of the designer paper here. Let's see, we're going to put this kind of down a little bit. There we go. And let's get straight, Nancy. Usually I use my grid paper. Okay, that looks good. All right, so we'll adhere that. And then we have, yeah, what do I have in here? I've already stamped my words, and you know, I can't remember what set I got them out of. Not the Dainty Flowers. I can't remember what set I used. And look at the envelope. The envelope is trimmed in this beautiful silver too. It's a lot thinner of an envelope, but it'll be nice. Okay, and I should have brought something else. Okay, so let's finish this card. So we're going to, I'm going to put this down here flat on my right here, and then I'm going to grab some dimensionals, hopefully. Wrong ones. Let's see. Wrong ones. I got minis. I keep grabbing the minis. Okay, here we go. Oh, I had some right here. Okay, so let's add this. So when I do my blog posts, I'll write down what stamp set I use for my words, okay? So I'm adding the dimensionals between these two layers. I don't know, it's just kind of nice to change it up a little bit. Can you see the difference there with the, maybe you can't, with the dimension. There we go, okay? So it just adds a little bit of different look to it. And we're going to put this flat on our card base, okay? Because I want it right up next to that. So if you didn't have these card bases in your stash, you could do a layer of the silver metallic as well if you wanted to. It's just a lot more pricier, you know, because that metallic paper is pricier. There we go. And then you just want to be careful not to get adhesive on that silver, okay? Because it never removes the same way as if it's on cardstock. Okay, so I tied 16 inches, a double bow with 16 inches of our linen thread, and we're going to add that with a mini glue dot. And we're also going to, I punched out, I just thought with the bow punch, I punched out, so this is our silver foil here. And it's just kind of, it's different. It comes in these three colors come in the same pack. So we have this really nice shiny silver, and then it goes to like this shiny type matte looking bluish, grayish, purplish foil, and then this really like a dull matte type foil. So they're really different, and you can find these in the annual catalog. They're on page 139. They're with all our other specialty papers, okay? They come after the designer paper section in note cards and envelopes. So check that out, because they're really easy to use. So I just really cut like a 1-inch strip, and I just insert it back upside down, and then I just simply punch, okay, to get my bow. So we're going to add a bow here. It's just going to add a little bit of pop of silver in here. So let's add that, and then we'll put our linen thread on here. So we can just pop that on there and here, okay? So really easy card. I think I got that a little too high. Let's see if I can lift this. Okay, let's move that down. All right, I need a new glue dot. Hang on. Okay. The silver just adds a little bit more pop, ties it in with the silver card base there. So let's do that, and then we're going to just pop this right on there, okay? Just kind of angle that, and then let's just trim these ends here. Okay, there we go. Easy peasy. What do you guys think? There we go. You know what? I should have grabbed, let me grab my ink pad here. Let me grab my, whoops, I want to grab my Blackberry Bliss, and let's add a stamped image to, okay, maybe, let's add a stamped image to this. Let's go with this. Okay, because I want to add something to the envelope as well. Okay, so let's do this, and let's just go over here on this edge, just something different. Normally I do the left. There we go. Isn't that just sweet? And if you really wanted to add a little color, let me see. Let's grab, I got to get the right Wink of Stella. You can, your Wink of Stella kind of acts as like a paintbrush, okay? And you can even just do this with a blender pen as well. But the Wink of Stella just adds a little bit of sparkle to it. So you could just add a little bit of color and color in, because the wetness activates the ink that we just stamped with, okay? And it just adds a little bit of something, and then I just kind of wipe my brush off a little bit. So I kind of forget to use this, but I think that looks great. All right, let's add a stamped image here on my envelope. Go off the paper a little bit. There we go. And it is done. What do you guys think? Do you love it? Such a simple, easy card when the designer paper does all the work for you. Good. I'm glad you love it. I love the silver. It just really helps make it pop. Okay, so that card is just like, you're going to make this card as well as these other 4 designs the same exact way. So here's this design in the package, okay? And then this one, very similar, but the flowers are a little bit more petite here. Let me move a few things out of the way. And then we have this one. This one's got petite flowers with like a hazy type rich raspberry background. You can see it's not as pure white, it's that color. And then we have this green background with the green leaves, which is sweet. So these 5 cards are done the same exact way, okay? You're just going to stamp your greeting in the oval. Okay, so let me show you how we're going to do with this wreath right here, okay? So it took me a while to kind of figure out what to do with this one. So we're going to do the same background. So we're going to mat this onto here. Let me fold our card base here really quickly. And there we go. And let's see, let's add a little bit of adhesive. So the reason I wanted to share this because these cards are all part of my February thank you gifts for anybody who places a $50 or more order in my online store. So this is the February kit, okay? And if you did a January order, they will be getting ready to go out. I don't know if they might go out by Saturday. I'm hoping that's what my goal is, to get them all ready to go out by Saturday. If not sooner, maybe even tomorrow, because it's cold here in the Northeast and I am just staying out of the cold. Okay, so let's see. So we have a strip of cardstock that I've already flagged the end in. And we've got another strip here as well that I flagged the end. It's Mossy Meadow. And, all right, I didn't mount my stamps here, but you know what? Yeah, this will be okay. We'll do thank you for your kindness, okay? So let's grab a block here. And if you don't have our clear blocks, think about looking at them in the catalog, because these blocks are truly amazing, I think. And sometimes you need more than one. So when you're stamping along, you can keep your different stamps mounted and work quickly. Okay, so let's just line up our strip there, and let's see if I can get it on here straight, right? I love the different kind of fonts, like it's scripty. Oh, that's crooked. Well, let's see if I can do it one more time. I feel like the kindness is kind of high. Oh, that's better. Okay, we'll go with that one. So we're going to add dimensionals to this here. We're going to adhere our green strip right underneath, okay? I'm going to just have a little bit hanging out there, okay? Just a little tail like that. And let me see if I can zoom in just a little bit more for you guys. Whoops, I went the wrong way. Excuse me. Okay, now we can... Oh, I got a little tickle all of a sudden. Hang on, let me just grab a drink here. Okay, that's better. So let's add some dimensionals to this, and this will get put, and you could decide which end you like, but I kind of went with this end because I like the openness of how it's like a wreath kind of coming along. And you could really put it anywhere as you want. It doesn't necessarily, look at my sample here, have to be like perfectly in the middle. You know, I'm going to just drop it down a little bit, okay? So I like that. All right, so we're going to add some more linen thread. Again, I tied another bow with 16 inches, a double bow, and let's just add this here on the very end, and then let's give these tails a trim. Just kind of make them a little short, and then we'll add this to our card base. So this time our card's going to go landscape wise. Sometimes it's good to open up your card just so it doesn't like pop up on you, and just center it on there. Okay. And with liquid glue, it kind of gives you a little bit of time for you know, a little bit more time to maneuver it around. And I got a little bit of glue here. I don't know. Let's see if this will come off. Sometimes, yeah, it's making it worse. I'm going to just leave it alone. Maybe it needs to dry longer. Okay, what do you guys think? Isn't that just spectacular? And then let's just add a little bit of oomph there, okay? And let's add a little bit, dress up our envelope here a little bit as well. So that is the card kit for this month, okay? You're going to get supplies for 6 cards, and everything is, let's look at the kit so you guys can really get a good feel. So you've got your, excuse me, you've got your card bases, your 6 card bases, your envelopes, you've got your mats, you've got your designer paper all pre-cut for you, okay? So if you're going to choose this as your freebie, kind of like, I will be, in my blog post, there'll be dimensions on there too, okay, for you. And then also you've got your punch pieces, your strips to embellish with, and your linen thread as well to tie all those fabulous bows, okay? And let me see here. And here's the February house code. It's up on the blog too. It's in the right-hand column. If you ever forget it, that's where you can see it. And sometimes, usually even if I have the months wrong and I haven't updated, usually it's still active. It's usually active until I update it. Okay, again, but the February one is up and ready to go. So if you have questions, did you love the projects today? I think I don't know, I'll post something. I think I'm going to go, let me get to the right screen here. I think I'm going to go live again, possibly Saturday, okay? Maybe Saturday afternoon. I'll post something with the February. I think I'm ready to announce my birthday card kit, okay? Excuse me. Oh, I'm just like got a tickle in my throat all of a sudden. So, because I don't think I have anything going on. So let me think here. Yeah, we'll say Saturday, okay? Saturday at, I don't think there's anything. It's at 2 p.m. We'll go with 2 o'clock. So come join me again here on YouTube only. I'm not going to do Facebook. And see what the birthday, the February birthday card kit is all about, okay? All right, everybody, I so appreciate you joining me today. I'm glad you love these cards. And have a great, stay warm, stay safe, because it is going to be awful chilly here in the Northeast. So thanks, Ann and Carol and Donna, and I'm trying to think who else was joining in here, Pat. So have a great day, everybody. And let's see, I pushed a word there. So have a great day, and thanks so much.